Today's video is about media literacy and reviews and how it's fucking dead. This is like the 5th time I've had to actually record this video. Oh dear God. Okay, so earlier today there was the Nintendo Direct, the greatest Nintendo Direct of the whole of for a long fucking time, and the biggest breath of fresh air considering all of this not E3 has been a goddamn nightmare of nothing bombs. So, when I see the words, and I'll repeat this again, will they be putting woke ideologies in their video game? I ask myself the question, do you know what the word means? Do you know what woke means? No? Wait, you do? You don't. You just know it's bad. Give me your review card. No, you don't deserve it. You don't deserve your fucking review card. A reviewer before the days of YouTube was someone with sage wisdom and whatever the fuck Siskel and Ebert were half the time. I still hate them for their Friday the 13th reviews. But nowadays, a reviewer is just, well, me. A guy in his basement yelling about something. And even then, I stop that sometimes. Like, I get angry, but I'll understand why I'm angry. Bad editing, bad filming techniques, bad effects, bad makeup, bad storytelling, bad acting, bad a lot. See, these are actual things you can critique and review without being a goddamn racist piece of shit. Isn't that amazing, children? You can be a reviewer without being a disgusting bastard. And I am saying bastard because I'm starting to notice, like, the female versions of these are lower in amount than the male version of these, which is kind of weird. Like, is there a female version of the quartering? I hope to God not, because the stories I've heard about the quartering are disturbing. Like, I'm hoping there's not a female version of Soini or Colonel Gatekeeper Otakafuck or whatever he is. The guy who's from fucking Britain and thinks he's a Japanese World War II 1940s like something or other. I am really concerned for the people on Twitter. Can you tell? But back to the review literacy thing. Here, it apparently took years for a lot of these idiots to realize that they were being made fun of in the show The Boys. I don't watch The Boys. I don't really care. If I want to see another evil Superman clone, I'll just read a shitty Superman comic. Because even I'm getting tired of this trope. But they literally have gone on Twitter to say that they will never watch this show again because they started insulting us. Buddy, no. They've been insulting you for years. You're just too stupid to understand it. And here's another thing. When you use words like the R word or N word or any of these other words, you're not being funny. You're being an asshole. I don't use the R word, and I went to schools where people started calling me the R word. Quite literally, I was called that most of my time growing up. And even then, that was still medically acceptable to be called, and I don't know why in the 90s. But here's the thing. Using it now is not a good idea. Maybe if you learned how to fucking read, you would be able to actually make a decent review. Like, I know my little rinky-dink shit show is not the greatest thing in the world, but I don't have an editor. I barely can know how to use an editing software. And here's the most important part, I like the shit I talk about. I may have bashed Festival of the Living Dead, but I'd still watch it. It was stupidly bad. I consider it like the zombie version of Plan 9 at this point. But here's the thing. All these people who do these reviews either don't get the source material, because it's been proven over the last 2 years, they don't even know the source material they're bitching about. They don't like the people who are in the source material, because if it's anything but a straight white man who looks like he would belong in World War II on the German side, they pitch a fit again. So, fuck you. Also, fuck Nazis. And if this video gets flagged for that, fuck Nazis even harder. Thirdly, Basically, and this is something I've noticed about them, they constantly promote shit. So they're all essentially not even ripping off the nostalgia critic or the angry video game nerd anymore. They're ripping off Alex Jones. They're screaming about shit that makes no goddamn sense. They are screaming about things that don't affect them. They are screaming about every little thing in the world except the thing they're supposed to be reviewing. A lot of these Acolyte reviews, if you go to Rotten Tomatoes, are either just 1 star, woke, 1 star, or the white people, 1 star, 1 star. I could do this. I could have done this for years, honestly. I could have just screamed and shouted until I fucking had an aneurysm, died, and have to take ibuprofen for the rest of my life to prevent another heart attack. But you know what? I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. You want to know why? Because I like the things I like. I like playing video games. I like reading books. I like collecting Pokemon plushies. Did you see the little guy? This is something I like. I love these little bastards. And I have not played a game in like 5 years. Because my biggest complaint for these games at this point is there's no skip dialogue button that lets me skip the whole cutscene. And I'm talking about the older games. I know Scarlet and Violet has a semi-skip button. I don't need to be told that. But I'm getting off topic. The point is, if you don't like the shit you're watching, if you know it's not for you anymore, if you know that it is not, you're not having fun, why are you doing it? I get why cartoon reviewers reviewed Velma. I get why any reviewer would review the Velma show. But here's the thing. Your reactions are probably what's going to lead to a 3rd season. Your reactions are what led to a holiday special it's supposed to be having. You're all angry reviewers. You're all except you don't get that the reviews were a joke. That's the thing about like angry video game like media literacy. Like I get AVGN was a show and it was a character, cause it honestly is. And James Rolfe has changed over the last decade. He's become way less angry and way less violent in his reviews. And so he realizes the character has to change. The problem is, in terms of the media literacy, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Would I review Casablanca if I didn't know anything about it? No. Would I review... God, what else would I not review? Would I review anything involving Spanish cinema if I didn't know? I mean, a year ago or so ago, I did a video on Art of the Devil 2, where I actually explained that I didn't know what I was going to talk about because I didn't understand the supernatural elements of Thai cinema, nor did I understand Thai religion or anything like that. And I didn't want to insult anyone. That's the problem. You don't care about what you're saying. You don't care about what you're saying, and you want to just incite a mob. You drive people off of social media and think it's a victory, when in reality, you're probably on an FBI watch list for hate groups at this point. It took years for the ICP to fix the image of the Juggalos. The problem is, if you motherfuckers showed up at the gathering, you'd probably get your ass kicked. Because the Juggalos are very fucking inclusive. You can do whatever you want as long as you don't kill kids or have sex with animals. Or kids. And they'll accept you. They accept furries, which is a whole nother group that I'm not going to touch. You would get your ass kicked by Juggalos. And I would rather hang out with the Juggalos than fucking Quartering or Gatekeeper or Soini or all the others fucking morons who seem to have this obsession with making sure that we're stuck in the 1950s, that we're stuck in this horrible era where only the heroes have to be white and everything has to be the perfect way it was back when we were kids. Here's a little fun fact. I was fucking 7 in the 90s, the beginning of the 90s. I was 4 in 1990. I was fucking 14 in 2000. By that end, I saw more actual characters that were not white. You know what's even funnier? My favorite Predator movie stars Danny Glover. Danny Glover. The most un-action hero of action heroes. So what does that say about your narrative? You want to know what else your narrative sucks at? You keep saying you want well-written female characters, yet the female characters of today are written better than the ones from the 80s. And even then, the one I'm talking about VHS Direct 2. If you had Sarah Connor today or Ripley today, guess what? You'd be bitching even harder than I am because you don't get it. You don't get the things you watch or review or talk about. Do you think I'm going to do a podcast on wrestling? Fuck no. There's Jim Cornette. He can bitch about whatever the fuck he wants. I'm not going to do that because I understand my limits. I don't fake it until I make it. I don't scream about every little fucking thing in the universe, expecting it all to change if I so much as send my goddamn fans after it. I don't expect the world to bend for me, because to the world, I am a fucking ant. And that is what you are. That is what all of you lunatics are. You're all ants who expect God to move. Well, guess what? Your God now is a fucking Psyduck, and he will destroy you all. I understand we probably didn't even talk actually about media literacy. I just started bitching about the fact that reviewers don't know what the fuck they're talking about. I am so sorry. But you know what? It had to be said. The chuds think that they're the fucking holy ground, when in reality, they're the Nazis who opened the goddamn Ark. And I hope to God you've seen that scene before. Because guess what? And if the next time you open the Ark, you're gonna melt like ice cream in a hot sun. And honestly, if I had anything else to say about this, it's this. There are good reviewers out there. There are reviewers who know what the hell they're talking about. There are podcasts that know what the hell they're talking about. Go watch Dead Meat. They know exactly what they're talking about with horror. Go watch Saber Spark. Yeah, problems, but still, he knows what he's talking about. Go watch Mr. Enter. No, I'm not kidding. Go watch Mr. Enter. He's an interesting guy for some reviews. Go watch his Ellen Made a Cartoon review. It was fun. Like, I still watch the AVGN. I still watch Brandon Tenold and stuff. I stopped watching the Nostalgia Critic years ago because it wasn't fun. And you know what's sicker? I would rather watch all those people I talked about than one fucking quartering, or one fucking Eric July, or whoever or Tim Pool, or all these other motherfuckers who think they're a goddamn god, but in reality, like I said, they're a fucking ant. They're a fucking worker ant. I'm probably going to do another video like this in the future if I get angry enough, but I think next time we'll have some fun. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. If you didn't like this video, please tell me what you didn't like. I mean, it's probably the lack of editing and the audio, but, you know, at least I'm trying at this point. As it stands, I don't know if this is the 300th video, but next time, I think it'll be. See you all next time. If it's your birthday, happy fucking birthday. Love you all.